afternoon, audience. This is Mariam Ali from Read Pakistan, and I'm representing Western region. Today, we are here in this live session on managing stress during COVID-19. And we want you and all of us to be thrown on books. So the topic is throw yourself on books. Sophie Jallad has joined us as guest speaker in our session. She's the writer of the book, The Greatness of Authentic Leader, Removing the Mask. She's also founder of Reach International, and we are honored to have her here. She will be sharing her important views with us regarding this topic, which is really, really important these days. So talk about it or don't talk about it. It is there. So we are going to shed light on why this stress is happening, how this can be managed, and we really want our audience to be fully aware that how can you manage all of these problems that are happening due to COVID-19. And so please stay with us until last. We will also be reviewing two very interesting books that has been recommended by Read Pakistan to our KSA, Western Region Club, and all other clubs. One book is for adults, The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan. So I will be giving reviews on it and also our members' reviews. Second book is for kids, Wonder by Raquel Jaramillo. If you are online in this session, I want audience to share their views on how they feel about COVID-19 stress. So are you stressed right now? Have you been stressed? Have you felt it? Has any one of your family member felt it? Is this what you're going through? So this is a platform that you can express. So my first question that I want you all to address and write on the chat box is, have you suffered stress due to COVID? Is this what you are going through right now? Have you all been feeling all together? How you have been feeling all together? Like, has something changed in your life due to COVID? Why do you think stress triggered during COVID? So these are all the points that I would really like you all to share in chat box, and we will get back to you with your views. So right now we want Sophie to give her views. So Sophie, I want to ask you, what is your point of view about psychological effects on people due to COVID-19?
Yeah, nowadays people are experiencing a high level of stress, which leads to sadness, worry, anger, frustration, fear, depression, weight gain. And when I say weight gain, people start to eat a lot because of stress. And we know that stress increases anxiety. And we are experiencing all these symptoms because people lost their jobs, or there has been a loss of income, there has been isolation because of the lockdown. All these symptoms are triggering mental health conditions. Many people are also facing increased level of alcohol and drug use, and also insomnia. All of these symptoms might lead to stroke, death, and even suicide. Also, if you notice that because COVID-19 is affecting the mental health of people, which I have mentioned the symptoms previously, you can see parents getting divorced, family members continuously fighting with each other. It's because they are isolated at home, seeing each other every single day because they lost their job, and also they have this fear of their future life. So all these all these symptoms leads to stress, and because of stress, you see like so many fights going on, a divorce happening. So this is in general about the psychological effects, which is happening nowadays.
Sophie, do we see it ending any soon? Like, do you think it's going to end soon? And
as long as we take the vaccine, it will end soon. But I want everybody to take the vaccine, get this vaccine, because getting the vaccine also will help to reduce stress level. You know, I took the vaccine, and Mariam, you took the vaccine. I have also few colleagues, also they took the vaccine. And I know from myself, I used to go out and I used to have this kind of fear and worries, touching surfaces. I'm afraid to touch surfaces. I'm afraid to go out. But now, since I took the vaccine, my stress level went down. You know, I feel like more relaxed when I want to go out.
Okay, my second question from you, Sophie. How do you think people had been dealing with stress during COVID-19? And was it effective to use options other than reading books? Like if they are using any other option than reading, was it effective?
Okay, so I know people took advantage of COVID-19 and they opened their own business. And I'm one of the people who opened my own business, which is a training company. Other colleagues, they are currently pursuing their master's degree, their PhD degree, which will definitely reduce their stress level, because they will feel motivated. They will feel like they have achieved something, that they are more productive. They have written their own books, and also I'm one of the people who have written my own book about leadership. Other people, they took online courses, and I can see on LinkedIn a few colleagues, they were like displaying their certificates, which will definitely help them to develop their skills, and it will motivate them to keep pursuing their dreams, because once COVID-19 is over, they are going to benefit from what they have done at home. Also, some people decided to lose weight by exercising every day, sleeping well, eating healthy food. Some like to do kind of meditation. Others, because they lost their job, or nowadays it's a bit hard to find a job, they joined community services to help people who are in need. They were using their time wisely to help others. I know few of my friends, they like to read stories. Some they like to read management and digital marketing books. Because I've seen people reading digital marketing books, because now we live in a digitalized world, and in the future, if they want to open their own business, they will be able to focus on marketing, or use the marketing wisely. Okay, you know, also I've been experiencing some stories where some people they went to psychiatrists because they were unable to cope with their stress. But we do not want to reach this level. This is why we are online, because there are so many ways you can handle stress, and we do not want to reach a stage where you need to go to a psychiatrist so that he can help you to handle your stress and anxiety. Also, it is very important to take a break from watching the news about COVID-19, because hearing about COVID-19, about this pandemic constantly, it's upsetting. It's not going to help you to reduce your stress. On the contrary, it's going to increase it.
Exactly, yes. I agree with you, Sophie. So we talk about stress, and then we talk about COVID, and we see COVID on TV and then mobile and everywhere. So that's why we're here, and we just want you, me, and all of us to throw yourself on books, and we need to start focusing on reading, because reading is not going to just help you refocus, forget about COVID, but also it has some health benefits, Sophie.
Also, when you have like a free time, try to hang out with people, with close friends you really trust, and keep in contact with them online. In addition, definitely to reading books, ebooks, or hard copy books.
Exactly. So I'm just going to share some points here, Sophie, regarding how reading during COVID especially is going to benefit your health. So it will improve your health. It will like reset your brain. So reading in general is great for your brain. So beyond the mechanics, like there are some researches that it helps you to visualize better. And because you visualize, you're able to imagine things, and that makes your focus more clear. And scientifically, it's going to release some intelligence fluid in your brain that is actually going to benefit your health in future. So if you are not reading and you're doing any other health job, then you need to stop doing that and you need to start reading during COVID, because first of all, it will shape your brain. Number two, it will slow down your problems. It will also give your memory a boost, which is called a flagging memory. So because there are some parts of your brain that needs exercise. And how can you exercise through your brain is through reading and through visualization, through image creation in your mind. So when you read, you not only focus, you also imagine characters and dialogues, and that's when your brain starts exercising by itself. And it keeps you safe from lots of problems. So reading can also help you in stopping multitasking. Although I'm a multitasker, Sophie, like I proudly write on my CV, I'm a multitasker. But it's going to affect you at long run. It will make you a person with a poor focus, because when you are doing something and you're not focused on one thing, you can start making mistakes, errors which you don't even know about. You start doing them. So I think if you start reading, you will become a more focused person. You will have less things going in your mind, and since it becomes a habit, it calms you down, it eases you down, and this is what we all are looking forward for. So if I summarize it all, Sophie, and with our audience, I would really like them to keep these points in their mind, that it is going to reduce your reading is going to reduce your stress level by 68% according to research. 68% is like a big thing. And it's also going to save you from diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's, which happens due to loss of memory.
That's why, yes, Mariam, you have, for example, people when they reach the age of 60, they start to forget things, and that's because they are not practicing their mind. They are not reading. They are not exercising their brain.
Exercising brain, exactly. So it will also lower your anxiety and depression. So if you are a good reader, you don't suffer with depression and anxiety normally, and it helps you fall asleep. So if you are a bad sleeper, please open a book, start reading, because you will right away fall asleep. And it increases. I was actually very much excited to see when it increases your life expectancy as well. So research says it will increase your life.
I want to add something, Mariam, regarding e-books. You can read books in the morning, in the afternoon, but if you want to go to bed, do not use your phone or your laptop when you want to read. Let's say, a book. Why? Because your phone emits blue light, which will forbid you to fall asleep at night.
Agreed.
So if you want to sleep, it should be a hard copy book, not an e-book.
And Sophie, since Read Pakistan, not only it's regardless of ages, Read Pakistan promotes reading for all ages. So it's really good for your kids. If they see you reading at night before bed, they will start reading as well. This is how they become readers as well, because they see you reading before going to bed, and they sit down with you. So read with your kids. Please do not use your mobile before bed, because all you will see there is either COVID news or obviously something which is not going to benefit you or your kids in the long run. And however, I want to add something here, Sophie, is that reading can reduce stress, which is reactive stress. It's because of losing a job or something like pandemic. But if you have stress which is endogene, it's due to genetic problems, then you need a proper therapy and medication. And reading cannot completely help it, though it can make some contribution. So all those who are suffering with genetic or endogene stress needs to go for a proper therapy. So my next question from you is that, Sophie, why reading could be the best option during COVID times, and how can this help people of all ages? So we are talking about kids here as well and old people.
Okay. You know that reading can be a lot of things: fun, educational, suspenseful, but reading will definitely lower your stress level. One of the best ways to relieve stress during this time is grab a book and read from home. The good thing about reading book is that you can do it from home. You don't have to leave your home to do a kind of activity to reduce your stress. You can reduce your stress at home by grabbing a book and reading it. Another good thing about reading books, as you said earlier, it will keep you focused and it affects your brain for days afterwards if you are reading. So even if you read for a short time, this can be a benefit to your mental health on the long term. Also, reading helps you to sleep better at night. And again, don't use the ebook at night because your phone emits blue lights, which will forbid you from sleeping. If you want to sleep at night, if you want to sleep well at night, read books, hard copy books. And at the end, finally, reading allows you to experience stories and ideas outside your own thoughts. Sometimes you might get to know the thoughts of characters in the book, the personality of the characters in the book, and this will make you more empathetic and understanding to those people around you. And when I say understanding to those people around you, it means you start to help others who needs help. So all these information are a benefit if you focus on reading books.
So, Sophie, as like all schools had been closed and all colleges, everyone has been closed. So some of the parents are really struggling to deal with kids that like they're not able to divert their kids into some productive activities. So we need to think about something like, developing in this time, you can use this time to develop some reading habits in your kids as well. If you're able to, yeah.
Exactly.
So since they are already taking their online classes, Sophie, and then they are on their mobile phone all the time. So do you think we are creating a generation which will be non-book, non-readers, totally digitized?
Yeah, of course not. I know from my relatives, my nephews, how they spend their time. Either they develop their hobbies by playing pianos, and my sister-in-law, she focuses on helping them read more, helping them develop their listening skills, their reading skills, their writing skills. So even at night, it's story bedtime. This is needed. This is definitely needed for the kids, or else they're gonna grow up. They will not be that much educated. They're gonna struggle in the university. So we need to keep them away from phones, from laptops, from iPads. Yeah.
All right.
You can, for example, we can dedicate, let's say, half an hour every day to use the iPad, because we live in a digitalized technological world nowadays, but it shouldn't be all the time. Definitely, it shouldn't be all the time.
So, Sophie, how do you think reading can help professionals? Like they're so busy, they don't have time. They're like busy earning, and then they have. So, how do you think they can manage reading themselves and they can benefit from it?
I know from myself also. Okay, I'm working as a full-timer, but without reading, I cannot develop my skills. I need to stay up to date with the latest news in terms of, let's say, leadership, in terms of management, in terms of companies, how they are handling the staff, I need to keep up to date with the latest news in terms of my field so that I can use it. You know, I cannot rely only on what I have studied during my MBA when I was pursuing my MBA degree. I need always to read to keep myself updated about the latest trends in terms of companies, how they're managing people, and so on.
All right. Thank you for your views on this. Sophie, you know, as part of our agenda, Read Pakistan, they always keep on recommending some really interesting books to their members. So this month we recommended 2 books, and we have some reviews in our hand regarding those books that I would like to share. So our club members, one of the members, they have chosen a quote from book Wonder that I talked about. And so it's actually page number 231 and section 6. And this book is from Ruth Hogan, just in case if you want to read this book. The quote is that I think that there should be a rule that everyone in the world should get a standing ovation at least once in their lives. So this is a quote from the book. And our member says that I think that this quote is powerful because it shows how everyone should get a chance to have freedom of speech, no matter who you are or how you were born, or you are a human being that deserves every kind of right in the world. So this is, you know, this is how our member felt about reading this book, and specifically this quote from that book, which is really, you know, heart-touching. So second quote from the same book, Wonder, which we have recommended for kids, is that it's section 8, page number 301. If every single person in this room made it a rule that wherever you are, wherever you can, you will try to act like a kinder that is necessary, the world really would be a better place. So our member says, to me, this feels like such a sweet and strong saying because it represents that truly, if people were kind to others even a little, the world would become free of hate and negativity and turn to a very peaceful and relaxing place to live in. So, you know, this book was recommended for our kids, and its name is Wonder, and it's about a boy, about someone who had a body problem, like, you know, was not normal and was struggling to get through in a normal school. So this book is highly recommended for you, all of you, to read during COVID, and give this book to your kids. Another book that we recommended was by Raquel Jaramillo, and it's The Keeper of Lost Things. It's chapter 3, and the quote is, her grandmother had once told her that one could blame ugliness on one's genes and ignorance on one's education, but there was no excuse whatever for being dull. So this is from the quote from the book, which is really interesting. And the review from the member is, this quote makes me feel like it's a strong reminder of facing reality and getting rid of excuses. We human beings always blame our mistakes on other things and use them as excuses. This quote is telling us that sooner or later, we all have to face the truth. It also, by the text, explains the dullness truly does not have any excuse. It does not have any excuse. It's really, really interesting information to share with my audience. Second quote from the same book is, we can't always win and we can't always be happy. But one thing that we can always do is try. Do you agree with this, Sophie? I love this quote. We can't always be happy. We can't always be winning, right? Exactly. But we can always try. And I think this is what we all are doing during this COVID. We all are trying. You need to try. I need to try. And all of the audience, all of the people who are going through stress right now, if you are upset, if you think it's not going well, please don't lose hope. Just keep trying. Your time will be back. This will be over, and this is not going to last forever.
It is so temporary. Please back up. This pandemic is temporary.
This is temporary. So this is the feedback from our member. An extremely strong quote which gives the reader a sense of determination. We as human beings won't always get the upper hand in life. No one gets it, obviously. But that doesn't mean we can just give up. No, we need to try, at least to try either fall or achieve it. So even if you failed something, you know that you at least tried and did your best, and knowing that next time you can fix your mistake and be a better person.
Nice, nice.
So, when these amazing quotes, Sophie, are these from these books.
It's
so
motivational. It is really motivational.
Motivational. So again, if you just open a book, you will find 100 different examples of people lives who are going through problems, and how they deal with it. It will give you examples of how to deal with your problems as well. Because when you read books, it gives you a sense of other people's. It gives you insight that how life can go wrong in others people's life as well. It's not just you. It's not just anyone who is around you. It can be anyone. Life is not always smooth. It has like ups and downs, but it's all about you. It's about you, that how are you going to cope with it when you are having strange times. So we together, Sophie, you, me, and all our audience, we need to commit ourselves today that instead of stressing the stress, and instead of just going in the fridge and eating when we are feeling stressed, we just need to open up a book, choose a good book, and please start reading, because it will benefit you, it will benefit your families, it will benefit your kids, all of us, and we will become, a generation of readers. And Sophie, we just have started our KSA chapter of Read Pakistan, and we are campaigning reading culture in our KSA, all of the KSA. And I just want you to just pass on your last comments. You can talk about something else if you want to add in this session.
Okay, I just want to say thanks to everybody who joined us. And I really hope that they follow the tips which we have given them. And finally, if people, they want to still develop their business, their management skills, they can contact me on Reach TBF. They can join our company's page, and we can deliver business and management workshops to them. And this will definitely benefit them in the near future.
Right. All right. So I just want to add more about in this session. It's regarding that, if you want to become a member of Read Pakistan, you can leave a message in the text box. We will get back to you. And if there is any book that you want to recommend, if you want to, donate books to Read Pakistan, we really need your books. Read Pakistan is all about campaigning about reading culture. It's restoring libraries. It's actually providing books to the places in Pakistan where there are no libraries, where children or adults or people, they don't have access to books. So if you want to donate books, please do that. And I just hope that this session was beneficial for all of us, for the audience. And me and Sophie, we were just able to convince, add some little effort to motivate you to start reading and use your COVID-19 isolation time in a better way, because this is the best time. You will never get this time, free time. I call it the best time because I think this is the time when we can do things that we were never able to do before, because we never had time. Like, I don't remember, Sophie, I remember I started working like 15 years back, and I have never taken a break. And because of that, I was not able to do a lot of things that I always wanted to do. So I think this is the time that we all need to redirect ourselves.
Now I have the time to research, to read more,
Yeah. So I think we need to redirect ourselves and use this time, which is actually a bit more stressing. It has unpredictability, it has chaos, it has bad news, it has everything. But I'm sure if we start using it right now in a way that it will benefit our health, it will benefit our kids, it will benefit community, I'm sure we will be able to make something out of it. Although it sounds impossible, but it's all about trying. As you know, it's given, as the book says, that you can be happy, you cannot always be happy, you cannot always be a winner, but you can always try. So please don't stop trying. And let's promise that we will use this time during COVID isolation for reading, and we will reduce we will reduce stress, we will help each other in reducing stress, and we will be, campaigning for reading with our friends, with our family, within our community, and we want to become responsible citizens. Please stay safe and stay tuned with Read Pakistan. We will be coming back with our excellent session next time, inshallah, with a good book recommendation, and we really want you to stay tuned. Thank you very much. I wish you very good luck. Thank you, Sophie, for joining us.
Welcome. Thank you.